So what if I told you there is a secret content strategy that top creators and entrepreneurs are using to triple their following and their income just by posting 15 to 30 seconds videos on Instagram or TikTok? And no, I'm not talking about SEO keywords, trending sound, hashtags, commenting on other people's posts. This is a shortcut that I picked up from working with $1 million content agency. So if you are a creator or you're a business owner and you're looking to grow your following or you're looking to land clients on TikTok or Instagram and you're not using this strategy yet, I'm sorry, but it's going to take you a very long time for you to start making money on these platforms. So do yourself a favor, grab yourself a pen and a notebook and steal this plan, because it's in just 2 simple parts. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty of this powerful strategy, let me just shed some light on something that confuses a lot of creators, both big and small creators. By the way, if you're new here, hi, my name is Gloria, and on this channel I help personal brands and business owners to create content that grows their audience, bring in clients, and make their businesses more successful. Now, if you've watched a lot of videos about how to build a content strategy, whether it's for Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, you've probably heard people say things like, oh, you need to know who your audience is, what your goal on social media is, what time is the best times to post on these platforms. Now, while all this is important, let me tell you something. It's only half of the equation. The other half is knowing how to turn all that information into actual content that helps you to do the thing you want your content to help you do, which is to grow more followers, to get more leads, to book more clients, to sell more of your courses. Now, that is the hard part, but I'm going to make it so easy for you in this video by dividing this strategy into 2 parts. Now, the brand questionnaire is where you answer some key questions about your brand, your personal brand, your audience, your offers, and what you want from your content. Now, the second part of the strategy is the contents plan. This is where you take all of that answers from the questionnaire and then you turn it into real content ideas that you can post online. In other words, this video is split into 2 parts. First, we're going to go through the questions and then we're going to break down how to turn your answers into a content plan that actually works for you. This is where we're going to be answering a bunch of questions about your brand, but don't worry, I've made it super easy. I've grouped everything into 9 different questions that you can be able to answer about your brand. So to help you really understand how it works, I'll be using an example of a fitness creator. You know how I like to use examples in my video. So let's say her name is Sarah, and I'll show you exactly how she would answer each part of this questionnaire, so that way you can see how you can be able to apply this to your own personal brand too. But the first section of the brand questionnaire is basic information. So we're going to start with the name. So her name is Sarah and her brand, the name of her brand is Fit Mama Coaching. It doesn't matter if you have a brand name or not. So your brand name could be your own name or it could be a company name, whatever. Now the next part is your niche. So her niche here is fitness for busy women who want to lose weight from home. And then the next thing is what she does. So according to her, she helps business women to lose weight and build strength from home using simple, no equipment workouts. And then her offer, which is what she sells on these social media platforms, she sells one-on-one coaching. She has a group boot camp, and she has a free 5-day challenge. Now, let me just quickly say this. If you don't know what your niche is, if you don't know what your offer is, if you don't know what your offer statement is, these are important things that you need to have in place before you even start building a strategy. I'm going to link my previous video where I showed exactly how you can use ChatGPT, how you can use AI to build your personal brand from scratch. I showed you exactly how ChatGPT can help you to figure out your niche, what you want to create content about, your offer statement, the products that you can sell, even if you literally have 0 followers, the kind of product that you can sell based on the knowledge and the skills that you already have. I'm going to link that video in the description. Make sure that you watch that video right after watching this one. Now, the second section of your brand questionnaire is your current performance. Now, this one is only applicable if you already have an existing social media account. If you don't have an existing social media account, then just skip this part. But if you already have a social media account, it's best for you to put in your current performance. So put in how many followers you have right now, your reach and engagement, and how many times you're currently posting right now. So the third part of the brand questionnaire is your social media goal. Now, this is what Sarah wants to get from posting consistently on social media. According to her, she wants leads. Her goal is to get women to DM her or to join her free challenge. Now, advise that you check the link in the description of this video. You're going to see a Notion template and you can be answering these questions as we go in this video so that you can be able to see exactly what to put in there, or you can just watch the entire video and then after that you can fill out out the questions in your own Notion template. But just know that the Notion template has exactly all these questions included there so that you don't have to do everything from scratch. Okay, I love you so much. Now the next section is the offer and the conversion section. Now the offer, like I said, is what Sarah is selling, like what she wants to use to make money, what she wants to use to help her audience. Now her main offer is the monthly boot camp. Now she has a lead magnet. Now if you don't know what a lead magnet is, a lead magnet is something that you give to people for free in exchange for their contact information. Now this could be their email address or this could be a phone number, but it's mostly an email address. A lead magnet is a lose 5 kg without the gym. So it's like a free PDF guide that women can download for free so that they can learn how to lose 5 kg without hitting the gym. Now what does her sales funnel looks like? So she gets leads through her ManyChat link. So if you don't know what ManyChat is a DM automation that is used on Instagram. So for example, when someone comments a specific keyword on your reel or your carousel or any of your posts on Instagram, this bot literally sends them a link. So this could be a link to your lead magnet or a link to whatever you are selling. For example, when she posts a video on Instagram and people comment a specific keyword, this is the ManyChat keywords. When people comment specific words like start, this AI or this bot sends them a link to her free guide so that she doesn't have to do anything by herself. Like this is what we set up for our own clients, people that we work with, so that you don't have to be the one to constantly be replying to comments or replying to DMs that people are sending you. If people also comment the word boot camp, this bot is going to send them a link to Sarah's boot camp sales page. If people comment the word coach, the bot is going to send them information about her one-on-one coaching call. So everything is kind of like automated. So that's it's a sales funnel. A sales funnel automates your sales process. The sixth part of this brand questionnaire is her content pillars. So her content pillars or content topics are topics that she wants to be talking about in her business. So if you don't know how to come up with your own content pillars, that is exactly what I showed in that previous video where I used ChatGPT to build a personal brand for you. So for her content pillars include weight loss tips, healthy eating for busy women, home workouts, mindset motivation, and her client stories or testimonials. So for me, I really like to keep my content pillars to just 3 at most so that it doesn't feel overwhelming. But this is just a perfect example of what her content pillars could look like. Now, the 7th section of this brand questionnaire is where you're going to answer information about your niche. First question under this is what beginners do not know about your niche. Okay, so according to her, she says you don't need to starve to lose weight. Now the next one is what are the common mistakes that beginners make. So for example, she said doing too much cardio, skipping meals, and all that. Now another one is what are some myths that is very common in your niche. So for example, she said lifting weight will make you bulky. Okay, then another question under this is what does other people teach? What do other coaches teach that you feel like it's not useful for your target audience to help them get to their desired goal? And according to her, she said just eat less and move more. Then the next question is what do you teach? Like what do you teach? What do you teach that is different from what other people teach out there? According to her, she teaches simple habits that fit into real life. So she helps moms and busy women. So she's trying to show them how to create a workout plan that fits into their already busy schedule. That is exactly what she does. And then the last part of the question is mindset shift. What kind of mindset shift do you want to give to your target audience? So according to her, she said you don't need 2 hours a day to work out. You just need 30 minutes and consistency. That is it. Now, for you, you're going to do the same thing. This is just where this is literally going to help you. Like I'm going to show you where this particular part comes into play when you're creating your content and all that. So all you have to do is go there and start answering all those questions. Like it doesn't have to be one. I'm just putting one because this is just an example. So you can list as many mistakes, as many myths that you want to bust in your niche and all that. The next part of your brand questionnaire is your audience detail. Who is Sarah's target audience? Sarah's target audience are busy women, working moms, or young women in their 20s to 30s who want to lose weight. They want to look good, but they don't have the time to do it. Now, what are their pain points? She says they don't have time, they are tired, they are not consistent with their gym workouts or their workouts, whatever. They've tried and they failed so many times before. They can't find anything that's working for them. Now, the next thing is their dream result. What do they really want? They want to lose weight, they want to feel strong, they want to feel confident, and they want to be able to fit into their old clothes and look all nice and sexy for their husbands or for themselves when they look into the mirror. Now the other thing is, what are the things that they have tried before? Okay, so they've probably tried strict meal plans and unused gym memberships. So because they were too busy, they literally wasted money paying for gym memberships. Now, the next thing is, what are the objections that they may have to the solutions that you're going to bring to them? Okay, so they're probably going to say, "Oh, I don't have time. I'm always busy at work. I have a 9 to 5. I have children. I have kids. I have this. I have that. I have so many engagements, so many things that take up my time." Or they could say, "I always fall off. Like I might start one week and then the next week I'm going to fall off and all that." Or they might just say, "Oh, it won't work for me. I've tried this so many times. It just won't work for me." Now, the last information you want to write down about your audience is their trigger moments. What are the things that make them feel like, I need to find a solution ASAP? For example, it could be a wedding coming up. It could be their health scare. It could be tired of their photos. It could be insecurity. It could be lack of confidence. It could be people making fun of them. It could be just low self-esteem and all that. So these are information that when you answer them correctly and in detail for your own brand, it's really going to help you when you're writing your messaging, when you're writing your content, so that you know exactly who you're speaking to. As you can see, this is very, very, very interesting, isn't it? Now, the last part of this brand questionnaire is your personal brand or your voice. What is your story? What exactly is Sarah's story? So according to her, she lost 15 kg after giving birth, and she started working in her own living room. Like she just started working in her own living room. She had children, she had kids, she had her work, but she was still able to lose 15 kg after giving birth. Now that is something that a lot of women find very, very impressive, and they would love to know exactly how you do that. So that is her story. So figure out what your story is. And if you don't know what your story is, I keep saying this is exactly what we talked about in our last video. So make sure you check it out. Now, the next thing is fun facts. What are fun facts about Sarah? Like she's not just a coach. Outside being a coach, what does she do? So she loves meal prepping. She's obsessed with air fryers. I don't know why I put that, but she's obsessed with air fryers, and she used to hate workouts before. Or she loves hanging out with her kids. She loves her dog. Just write down things that make you, aside from just your niche, aside from what you're talking about. All right. Now, the next thing is her brand tone. Now, what is her brand tone? How does she want to come off on her social media platforms? Now, she wants to be passionate, she wants to be relatable, she wants to be fun. The last thing is her brand colors. Now, according to her, she wants peach, forest green, and soft white in her brand. All right, so now we are done with part 1. You've answered all the questions about your brand. I'm going to show you how to take everything you've written down and literally turn it into a weekly content calendar, post, things that you're going to start posting out, ideas, hooks, caption, call to actions, all of those things, because that is the fun part. Okay, but before we get into all that, if you're a personal brand or you're a business owner and you want to start making money off of your Instagram, your TikTok, your social media platform, and you're confused, you literally have no strategy, you don't have any plan, but you know that content might just be the key to growing your business. Now, let me just tell you, my content agency, bossup.io, we currently have 2 spots open for our done for you content services. Now, this is where we help you. Like, you're literally not going to do anything. We're going to help you to figure out your content strategy so that you're not going to do this hard work yourself. Then we're also going to help you to do your research, to do scripting, to do editing, and all you have to do is just film 7 days, like 7 days in a whole month. Like, you don't have to figure out what to post this month. You're not going to stay in front of the camera and film content every single day. We're going to literally give you all the things you need. All you have to do is just show up and just film content, and then we'll handle every other thing. Now, if you want to learn more about this, check the very first link in the description on this video before spots run out for this month. We're still going to be using Sarah as our proper example here. So first of all, you are going to figure out your content pillars, and now your content pillars is going to become your weekly content schedule. Let's say, for example, Monday could be weight loss tips, Wednesday could be for mindset, and then Fridays could be for a client story. Now, hold on, because I'm going to show you a proper example how this actually looks like for Sarah and her fitness brand. The second thing we're going to look at now is your audience pain point. Remember how we were mentioning so many things about your audience and all that, their pain points, their desires, their triggers, their objections, the common mistakes that they make. Now, this right here is what you're going to use it to create your hooks. Now, you know how hooks are the most important thing when it comes to your content, because it's the first thing that audiences hear before they even start hearing any other thing about your content. So this is what is going to help you to create the perfect hook that's going to get your ideal audience to stop scrolling. These are things that's going to make Sarah's target audience, like other busy moms and all that, to say, oh my god, I feel like this woman, she's talking directly to me, she's just explaining everything I feel. Yeah, that is what that part is going to help you to do. Thirdly, your offers and your goals is really going to help you to shape your call to action. Now, you see how everything is coming together. What do you want people to do after watching your video? So according to Sarah, she wants more leads. So for her call to action should be DM me the word start, and then the AI bot, like we mentioned before, is going to send them a link to her free PDF guide that she has. Or if they comment the word bootcamp, it's going to send them a link to the sales page of her bootcamp, where people can read more about it and decide to purchase or join the bootcamp if they really want to do that. So if you want more followers, your call to action could just be follow me for more tips on how to lose weight as a busy mom or as a busy woman. Fourth part of this strategy is where we talked about myths, mindset shifts, things that your audience doesn't know yet, that things you really want to explain to them in your content. Yeah, now these are going to be your educational content. Now this is going to be the base for your educational content. Now this is where you really break things down and teach it in a way that is simple and clear. Remember what we talked about before, how what are the things that other people in Sarah's niche talk about that she feel like it's not useful? Yeah, you're going to mention those things in your content. You're going to be like, so many coaches tell you that you have to do this and eat less and do this, but that doesn't help you. That doesn't change this. You've probably tried this before and it doesn't work. Now this is why my own method worked and it has worked for my own clients and all that. Now you see how everything is coming together. You see how everything is coming together. Okay, now the next part of your strategy is your personal story and fun facts. Yeah, we answered that before, remember? Now this is really what's going to help you to be relatable. There are so many coaches out there, they teach, they make educational content, but how do you stand out for those people? You're still going to teach, you're still going to make educational content, but you have to make sure that you have a fair advantage over these people. You have a way to stand out from these people, and that way is by using your own personal story, your fun facts. Most of the time you want to make videos with your dog in it, you want to make videos with your kids in it, you want to make videos on how your health and building your life and losing weight has made you to spend more time with your family, more time with your dogs and all that. That is the lifestyle part of it. That doesn't have anything to do with education. It's just showing your target audience the kind of life that they could be living if they actually work with you, or if they actually follow you and start, watching your content more and all that. All right, so now let's see what Sarah's content plan is going to look like. Let's say she's creating a weekly content calendar and she decides she want to post only 3 times on Instagram or TikTok. All right, so let's say on Monday she's going to share a weight loss tip. Now weight loss tip, remember, is one of her content pillars. Now the video idea is 3 small food swaps that help me lose belly fat without dieting. Now the hook, she's gonna start her video by saying, if you're tired of eating clean but still not losing belly fat, this is for you. And then her call to action is going to be something like, DM me the word meal plan to get my free 3-day weight loss guide. Remember that her goal was to get leads. Okay, so the AI bot is going to send them link to download this PDF guide, and then these people automatically joins her email list, and from her email list she can decide to send them email, and people can decide to buy her bootcamp or decide to work with her through her one-on-one coaching. And you see, now on Wednesday she's going to share content about mindset and motivation. Now the video idea for this one could be why the scale doesn't define your progress. Now this is just mindset, this is just motivation, and then the hook of this video is going to be, you stepped on the scale and you gained 2 kg overnight. Now here's why that doesn't matter. Now the call to action for this one she could decide not to sell anything. She could just say, save this for days when you feel discouraged. Yeah, people are going to save it, people are going to probably share it. These are the kind of videos that actually get shares, and shares is one of the powerful metrics to make your videos go viral. The third content she's going to make is going to be on Friday. Now this is where she's going to share a client story or her own personal story. All right, now the video idea for this one could be how my client Emily lost 5 kg in 6 weeks without giving up rice. The hook for this video could be, she was scared to start because of PCOS, but here's what happened. Now the call to action would be, of course, to sell. Okay, so if you're struggling with PCOS and you want a plan that actually works, I want you to comment ready below and I'm going to send you blah 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 blah. Now, as you can see, all these video ideas came straight from her brand questionnaire answer, and that's why I keep saying strategy first, content second. But now here's the thing, knowing what to post is one thing, but actually posting it every week, like Sarah, she could have this plan, but when it comes to actually posting it without feeling stressed, without feeling stuck, that is a whole different story. That's why in this next video I'm going to show you how to take everything from your strategy and turn it into a weekly content calendar that you can actually stick to, something that fits into your schedule no matter how tight or busy it might be. Watch this video next.